Thank you for tuning in for today's video, and today is a very special day for me because one of my videos that I had posted about 3 years back, the envelope punchboard flowers, is close to 30,000 views, which is the highest on my channel, which is great. And I am so thankful to all the people who watched and sent me messages, likes and comments that I received on those with that video. So I wanted to thank them all for being so supportive. And what better way to find out new designs of making envelope punchboard flowers. So without further ado, let's just begin. So for the first one, we would need a A4 size paper that I've taken here. I will cut it down to 1.5 inches. And the first flower that we are making will be a rosette type of a flower. So you can use it on various tags and decorations. So here you see me, this is my envelope punch board, and I've marked the center with a marker. So I know exactly where to put my paper, and then I go ahead and punch it. Then I move to 1 inch mark. I line up the edge of the paper with the 1 inch mark, and then I punch again. From here on, I will take that peak side, the peak that you see or the mountain tip that you see, I will put it at 1.5 inch mark and then punch. So I do this so that I know exactly where I'm punching, and it will get me an even zigzag line that you can see here. If I don't do that, if I move it here and there, it might give me such smaller peaks also. So to avoid that, what you do is keep your peak, the one that you just punched out, just keep it at 1.5 inch mark, and you will get equal punches around. So this is the reason we will do this. And once you are done with that, I will take every point, that is every peak and valley. I'm just doing another sheet so that we have them ready. Okay, so at every peak and valley, I just go ahead and use the score line that we have on the envelope punch board to create a score line. This makes it easier for us to fold the mountain and valley folds that we are going to do next. So just go ahead and do that. You will do this to both the sheets, and then we will attach them. And this is the simplest rosette that you can make. So this is the first flower. This also is the first step to the next flower that we will be making. So I will just go ahead and do this. Now all the score marks that we've made, we just go ahead and fold them, and we repeat this with the other one as well. Then you go ahead and attach. Just make sure that it is in a continuous pattern. It took me a little time to figure out. Yeah, so just go ahead and attach. Once that is done, you can take another piece of 1-inch punched paper or any circle. Here I am using a 1-inch circle. Sorry, I think I went to get my punches. Yeah, so I am using my 1-inch circle, and then I will go ahead and attach this. And your rosette will be ready in no time. So guys, if you are new here, welcome to my channel. I do crafting, home decor, DIYs on a budget, and I post videos every week. So it would be great if you consider subscribing if you have not already. And if you do, please also do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a new video, right? So this is just the beginning. I've just gone ahead and added the rosette, and then to embellish it, I'm just adding a felt flower just to give it a nice finished look, and see how cute it looks. So you can use it on tags. Now you can use it two ways. Here I've kept the petals, the longer parts on top, and the one you see on the left hand side with me, where I've kept that on the flip side. So you can use it both, and you can make it in different size of paper. Now for the next one, we would need 1.5 inch strip, 1.25 inch strip, and a 1 inch strip of paper. So 1 by 12, 1.25 by 12, and uh, 1.5 by 12 inches. These are the three strips that we need. And the measurements you don't have to memorize, they will be there in the description below. And again, as I said, I have made a mark in the center just to repeat the process. I'm going to go ahead and punch it the same way that we did the first time. So we will do this to all the three strips of paper that we have. As I said, this will you have to keep it at 1.5 inches. Keep the peak pointed side at 1.5 inches, and you will get a nice and even look. Once you repeat this for all the three strips of paper that we cut, now we have all the three strips ready. I will start with the smallest one because it will give it time to dry out. I'm using liquid glue here, quick tack liquid glue, but you can use glue gun also. I am not very good with it. So what you see me doing here is I'm just making small cuts right below that peak, almost halfway through. Next, I will apply glue to one side of that cut and then fold it like that to give it a curved shape. Now this strip we are folding towards outwards, as in we have mountain or the tip of the petals going backwards for this particular strip. We will do different style of sticking for each of the strips, so please continue watching. And this is what we will do for the first one. And as you see, as you go on sticking, it will keep curving up on its own. So that's what we want, and we'll just go ahead and do this. Now for the second strip, which is the medium size strip, you repeat the same process. You cut up almost halfway through that under the peak, and then in this one we'll do one petal which will go towards the opposite side. That is the way we did the first one, and the other one we will do curving inwards, and we will alternate this till the end of the strip. So every other petal will go every petal will go in a different direction, as in one inward and one outward. And you will do this and keep it aside to dry. Now, as I said, I am using liquid glue here. It's a quick tack liquid glue. I am using fabric glue here. However, you can use any quick drying glue or glue gun if you're very comfortable. I end up burning my hands all the time, and that's the reason I'm using this. So guys, this is my experiment where I was doing it. That this one is the one where I tried this two-way technique, and then I made this flower. Now I want to know from you guys, what does this flower represent? Please leave it in the comment below. What do you think it looks like? A lotus or a rose? Please leave it in the comment below, because we were having an argument in my house what it looks like, whether it's a rose or a lotus. So I would love to know what you think. So again, I'm just repeating that process. This may take a little practice, but it's very simple to do. Once you start doing, you get the hang of it pretty easy. Now the thickness of the paper will also depend how it comes out, so don't use very thick cardstock to do this, or don't use very thick pattern paper. Now for the largest strip, all our petals are going to be curving inwards. So the last or the tallest one, which is going to be in the center, we will use all the strips that petals will be curving inwards, and then we will take a pen and curve the petals out. That's what I do. You can emboss it also. However, I find this easier. So as I said guys, if you do let me know in the comments below what do you think of that flower, how it looks it looks like a lotus or a rose. And also, if you are on Instagram, please do follow me there. I post a lot of my craft projects there, which I don't make videos of, but I'm quite active there almost every uh, day or every alternate day. I'm posting there, so do follow me there. And if you make any projects inspired from any of my videos, please do tag me. I go by the name Deco Dream by Seema. So, and as I said, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. We do crafting videos, DIYs on a budget, and I always try to come up with new hacks. And I am most thankful to all my viewers who have encouraged me with with my previous envelope punchboard flowers. I got received such positive comments. As you can see here, I am taking another circle piece, and I'm just going to add this around. Now to make this easy, you can go ahead and make small cuts all around it. It will be a little uh, difficult at first or little challenging at first when you start sticking, but it will once it adheres properly, it will be very easy to move. I will just show you what I'm talking about. So on these also, I'm going to go on every valley. After between each petals, I'm making a small cut which helps me curve the petal properly around the circle. So that is just to help that with that, and you go around the circle again. As I said, I am really thankful for all the viewers who have sent me comments on my previous envelope punch board video, flowers video, and I would appreciate if you would like this video as well. And I have a list of videos that I made using envelope punch board hacks. So I will leave them in the cards somewhere on the right or left, and they will also be listed at the end of the video and in the description below. So do check them out. Leave your comments. I love to read your comments. I will definitely get back to you guys. And I hope you're enjoying this video. And if you did, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think about that pink flower. What does it look like? I hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful week ahead. Have a crafty, happy week. I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye bye.
Please like, share, and subscribe.